Peace, beautiful soul. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, Soli. And I'm out here spreading good vibes, that good energy, and hopefully today you get to feel it too. Now let's jump right into the video and learn something new. So today we'll be talking about the Andromedian beings. Yeah, I'm really not good with these words, but who cares? I mean, I don't, but it's like, pronunciation is necessary, But yes, the Andromeda. It's not that I can't, it's like I can't say it, Like I know what to say, but it's not coming out. Andromeda, or like Andromedas. Like, because if I say it fast, it sounds right, Like if I say Andromeda, it sounds right. But yeah, so let's jump right into the video. So these beings, I'll just say that. So these beings are of the 8th dimension. What is the number 8? What when you think of 8, what pops into your head? Infinity, right? Right, like that's what the number 8 is. It's ultimately It's ultimately infinity, Yeah, it's ultimately infinity. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Ultimately infinity. This infinity sign looks goofy, but whatever. Right? And number 8. 8 is infinity. Yeah. So yes, the 8th dimension is ultimately in a sense it's like the heart center of this local universe. As for instance, it's within our heart, in a sense that we can infinitely, it's truly the breath, but as I was saying, and like the breath and the heart to a degree are connected, as the lungs help pump the heart, and the breath supplies the lungs. So it's all a beautiful connection. It's, interestingly enough, it's like a triangle. Yeah, so with the 8th dimension being the heart center of this local universe, it ultimately promotes for one, infinity, like infinity in like a loop, in a sense, recycling, to the degree. That's kind of what the heart does, right? It recycles the blood. It recycles our blood, right? And now, what can you perceive the blood to be? Well, yes, the blood, to a degree, is, in a sense, I like to connect like the blood as like the physical manifestation of like our soul. As the blood, it holds all of our information, through DNA and things of this nature. But yes, it's kind of like that too. The blood. God, wait. I'm all over the place. Let me recenter myself. There we go. But yes, so the blood. The blood is I like to connect it to like the physical manifestation of the soul, because it's like, when you think about it, the soul is the emotion. It's to a degree also like the emotional body is like, yeah, also to a degree like the emotional body, and emotions is water, you know what I mean? But yes, we're not really talking about the soul, so let me just jump right back into the video. So these Armedian beings, they reside in the 8th dimension. In appearance, it is said that they are light beings. They are made of stars. They are made of stars. They're like star beings. Like, they're not stars, but they're made of stars, if you get what I'm saying. It is said that when you look at them, in a sense, they are like, you see this like complex energy system, complex like energy system, like try to imagine like an energy system, where it's like, it's kind of like this, it's kind of like, I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but it's like just it's complex, there's like all of these lines and things of this nature, and wherever like the Meridian points are at, these are places where stars are, you know. So whereas we in a sense have chakras, and these chakras, I guess, are also connected to our a physical aspect of us, predominantly like the glands. Predominantly the glands are representations of the chakras. For them, it's like a star, you know, is in that place of the gland or whatever. I hope you guys get what I'm saying, you know. So ultimately, these beings, they don't perceive separation. They don't even really incarnate into like these lower densities, you know, because they just can't perceive separation, you know. Because the thing about them is they don't really have a mind like us, or like, because they don't really perceive judgment, you know. Judgment is not within them, and this is due to the function that they have to play, you know. They're ultimately recycle. They're like the masters of they're the master recyclers of the universe, but I'll get more into that later on. But yes, they don't really particularly perceive judgment, you know. And in order for you to be separate from something or someone, you must first perceive it to be separate from you, and to do that, you judge it. You know, you're like, this person is this, so they're not me, or this person is this, so they're not like me. Rather, I should say, you know. So you need judgment. You need judgment for separation to happen. You know what I mean? You need judgment for separation to happen. Damn, that's crazy. So yeah, these beings, they don't really perceive judgment, you know. They, like, back to Rick and Morty, you know. If there's this one episode, right, where there's this chick, and it's a being, but its name is Unity, you know. And what it does is it goes from planet to planet, and it unifies planets under a specific consciousness, you know. So now these planets, they're not really particularly separate from one another, but these beings within the planet, they're not particularly separate from one another, but they're all being governed or under, I guess, an oversoul, you can say. All of the souls are under one rule. Like, it's kind of like birds, for example, you know, or any other animals that work in, what's this word, work in groups, crews, like ants, birds, and things of this nature, you know. To a degree, they are also governed by an oversoul, like an ultimate like, I guess, like, you know, the queen, or things of this nature, you know. They're all governed by one entity, if you get what I'm saying. And yes, that's kind of the same with them, except it's not like one entity is, yeah, you know. Let me go back to the bird thing. It's like the entities that the birds and things of this nature, it's not like they're slaves, but it's more like it is their essence, if you guys get what I'm saying, you know. Like, for instance, yesterday when I was sitting over here, like around, I don't know what I was doing, but I was just sitting here, right, and I was just chilling, and then a shit ton of crows, like all of these crows just came around me, you know. They're like, there was a lot of crows, man. There were a bunch of crows, you know. And I was like, yo, interesting. But what I was picking up was that, like, I guess you can say the entity that was in control of these crows was present, you know what I mean? Like, I felt its essence, I felt its presence. So I guess you can say connected with it, but I was like low-key trying to hijack its shit. Like, I was the one who was trying to be the one who was in control of the crows, and in a sense, like, trying to kick the oversoul whom already had control of them. And yeah, no, that shit did not work. Like, that being was powerful, you know. It was powerful. I'm not saying I'm weak, but, you know, I gotta give it respect, you know. Like, because that being was powerful, if you guys get what I'm saying, you know. So yeah, and it's like, yeah, that was something cool that happened yesterday. But it was interesting too, because it was like the way it came. It also had like crow energy, you know. It had like a crow appearance, except I guess the way it translated or transformed itself, or my mind transformed its energy, was through a humanoid essence, you know. So it was like a crow being, something like this. But yeah, I guess that was just an interesting experience that I'm sharing, I guess, to kind of give you a better grasp of what I mean by this, you know. But yes, these beings are like they kind of ultimately are governed over like over one soul, you know. It's like, it's not even like an oversoul. I don't even want to say an oversoul, but it's more like one soul residing in multiple beings. One soul, one consciousness residing in multiple beings, you know? And I feel like this is a better grasp and understanding of what I'm trying to say. Okay. So yes, they don't perceive one another as separate from each other, you know. But so when they do decide to descend into these lower dimensions, like the fifth dimension, sixth dimension, they're eighth dimensional beings, keep in mind. But when they do decide to descend down to these fifth, sixth dimensions solely so then they can in a sense like anchor in that energy of the eighth dimension, which is all about balance. It's all about transforming negative into positive energy, you know. Yeah, I'll go more in depth into this later on in the video, but you know, I'm trying to talk about this right now. But yeah, so when they ascend down to these lower dimensions, they usually come as a soul group, and there are 12 of them, you know, predominantly 12 of them, and they all come in as a soul group. And it is said that they do look humanoid in essence, but they don't have physical bodies. They're light beings. They have light bodies. And it is said that in like they kind of like have a pale skin appearance with like turquoise colored eyes. And it is also said that they're very beautiful, around 5 feet tall. But yes, so when they come down here, they come as a soul group, like I mentioned, 12 of them, you know, solely to anchor in that energy of the eighth dimension. Yes, eighth dimension. And when they do this, it's solely so then they can help transmute the energy, like I mentioned. But yes, even though they are in separate they're separate in separate I guess vehicles, you can say, they're still under the same consciousness, you know. They're still under a unified consciousness. They still all think under one roof, if you get what I'm saying, one term. And they're very telepathic, very psychic as well, I guess you can say. But yes, so what do I mean by they're the master recyclers of the universe? So when I say that, what I'm saying, or what I'm getting at predominantly, is these beings of the eighth dimension are like I said, light beings, right? And they don't particularly, so let me say it this way. So it's like, there are beings most definitely, but it's like what they do and how they do it, they're more like a function of the universe. I mean, to a degree, it's like we're all functions of the universe, you know, we're all functions of source. But it's like with them, it's predominantly portrayed, it's predominantly seen, you know, as they don't particularly have egos. But yeah, I'm not gonna say like they're yeah, they don't have egos, but it's like, yeah, they're not like with source, but it's like they don't have egos, you know. But they understand unity as, you know, infinity. It's like, how can you perceive infinity if separation is in your mind? Like, infinity is unity, you know. That's what infinity is. Infinity is oneness. The one is forever. Yeah. Interesting concept. Was it the two? But yeah, as I was saying, you know, they don't perceive judgment because, you know, where they are and what they do. Oh shit, hold on. Let me turn this shit down real quick. Okay. That's better. No, I feel like the exposure was just way too high. But yes, so as I was saying, they transform and transmute negative energy into positive energy, or unbalanced energy into balanced energy, and because they do this, in order for you to do this, you have to not have judgment, so they don't really judge, they don't really perceive it as negative or bad, they just perceive it as unbalanced and it needs to be balanced, and that's what they do, that's what their job is, to balance the energies. Now, being of movement, being of because to a degree it's like they help regulate the wheels which spin the dimensions, I guess you can kind of say. They help promote movement, they help the universe to keep afloat. That's what their job is. Their job is to regulate the energy and not allow it to stagnate, to keep it out of flow and things of this nature. And yes, transmute it from negative into positive, allowing it to flow, allowing the wheels to spin and things of this nature. So it's like they're beings, yes, but they're more of like a function of the universe than anything else. But yes. So we too can, tap into their energy and utilize this energy to balance and things of this nature. So what you want to do is, like in a sense, tap into that spiral, you know what I mean? Like that spiral energy, like this, like spiral, like spin around like a ballerina, but like not quick. It has to be like a slow, gentle spiral. Like this isn't really it, you know what I mean? But I'm still moving. So what you want to do, once you got the spiral down and you're spiraling with intention, connect to them, connect to their energy, and they will be able to come through you through this spiraling, And then what you want to do is you want to once you have that energy going, just imagine, that you are yourself creating this spiral around you, and that you are connected to these beings and their energy and things of this nature. And as you spiral, you are in a sense allowing yourself to be a filter, allowing yourself to be the expression or a channel for them to come through. And in this way, you will be able to help cleanse negative energy from others, from other beings, cleanse negative energy from a sacred place, a sacred space, cleanse your room, cleanse anything, Yes, cleanse anything, but, wait, words aren't coming to me. My hands are moving, but the words aren't coming to me. So, just spiraling, tapping into that spiral energy, that the spiral movement is something that's powerful as well. But yes, when you are spiraling your body and things of this nature, this is one of the ways to use, one of the technologies of the body that, a lot of us don't really know how to utilize our body, to truth be told. Like, there's so many great things you can do with this body that you have yet to tap into, access. But yes, it's like while you are spiraling, you're not only tapping into them, but you can also use this technology of, like this spiral. You want to be swiftly spiraling, it's not a crazy spiral. It's like you are intentionally trying to draw that energy down here, draw that energy down here. Now, this isn't a technology for you to only utilize to connect with these beings, but you can actually also use this energy to spiral other beings down here too, open up gateways for other beings to come through. So yes, this is very true. Like, your ass gotta know what you're doing, like you gotta know what you're doing. You can't just jump in it and do it, or like you'll allow some shit through you that shouldn't come, but whatever. So now, is that it? I think it is. Maybe it is. But yes, let me reflect. Let me think if there's anything else for me to add. No, nothing. Nada. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been me solely. Spreading them good vibes, that good energy, things of that nature. If you did like, don't forget to leave a like, and please do subscribe and turn on that notification to receive more great info like this, as my information is only, my expression rather I should say, is only gonna get better and better. Ooh, I guess I can share this, like, you know, it's interesting because it's like, let me see, these past decades, not decades, but this past month, you know, food is important, you know, food is very important. Like, what you consume, what you allow into your vessel is very important, you know. But me, I haven't really been consuming my ideal diet, as I will talk about this in my other video as well, you know. Like, I made another video, but that video was like 2 hours long, and I made it yesterday, but it was just taking way too long to process, so I couldn't, that's why I didn't upload a video yesterday, you know. But I'll upload that video tomorrow, because I'm gonna upload this video today. 666 playing, but it's like 666, you know. That's just like, in a sense, it's like it's, for lack of a better word, it's kind of like it's our mark, you know. 666 is the mark of us, as we are carbon beings, you know. We are carbon-based life forms. What is carbon? Well, it's an element, but more like, you see, carbon has 6 protons, 6 electrons, and 6 neutrons. So we are literally the expression of 666, you know, in walking form. Like, they make us fear it, but it's like, no need to fear it. But you know, I'm not even talking, I'm so surface right now, so this is not even the video for me to go in. So I will make a whole separate video talking about numerology, you know, sacred numbers and things of this nature. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, with the food, like, I haven't really been on my ideal diet, but it's so cool because it's like, yesterday I talked about this, you know, and I talked about it, you know, and I talked about it and things of this nature, and through talking about it, I brought the darkness into the light, you know. Like, that's what I literally did, because I knew, like, this is dark, this is something that's dark. So by me bringing the light into the dark, what I realized happened was I transmuted this shit, you know. Because today, when I was connecting earlier with, like, my angels and, like, just other beings, and especially the beings I just got done talking about, I also connected with them, you know. I was, like, gifted this like, this way which will allow me to transcend my eating ways and actually elevate, because, you know, the reflection of your food is an expression of your consciousness. What you are consuming is, in a sense, a reflection of your consciousness. But I did also mention in the video that I will release tomorrow how we also have more than just 7 chakras. There's more chakras, but I'm not even gonna go into that, because I explained it there, you know. So stay tuned for tomorrow, and you can watch that video. I talk about, you know, the higher chakras and their functions predominantly at the end of the video. So I think you should know that, as the video is like around an hour and like 30 minutes, an hour and like 40 minutes. So it's like, yeah. So I guess there is sort of good reason to stay tuned, like, to the end, if you want to know about the higher chakras that are not particularly talked about.